Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE is gearing up for a busy weekend. On Friday, SmackDown will air. Then on Saturday, both NXT Great American Bash and Saturday night's main event will take place back-to-back. Arguably, the most exciting show of the weekend will be on Sunday. The sports entertainment juggernaut will host Evolution, an all-women's premium live event featuring major stars such as Rhea Ripley, Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton, and Becky Lynch, among others. One match that fans are quite intrigued about is the Women's Battle Royal. It is expected that legends, current stars, and numerous NXT performers will participate in the match. In fact, several names have already been confirmed, including Nikki Bella, Stephanie Vaquer, and Easy Dame. With so many stars confirmed and many likely not revealed yet, how might this match unfold? This article will take a look at a handful of potential finishes for the massive Women's Battle Royal taking place this Sunday. Stephanie Vaquer is an incredible performer. She found success in Japan and Mexico, even competing at AEW's Forbidden Door before joining WWE. While on NXT, she managed to win both the NXT Women's title and the NXT Women's North American Championship. The incredibly talented performer joined WWE's main roster following WrestleMania around the same time as Julia and Roxanne Perez. Since joining Monday Night Raw, she has won over Ivy Nile and Liv Morgan, albeit the latter was in a triple threat match. Given the history between Julia and Stephanie, who were friends turned enemies on NXT, the Women's Battle Royal ending with just the two of them would be perfect. In the end, Stephanie could land a devastating headbutt on the beautiful Madness, sending Julia crashing to the floor and giving La Primera the win. Tatum Paxley is a rising star in WWE. The gothic, somewhat crazy performer has perfected her character work. She is strong on the microphone and excellent in the ring. In theory, the sky should be the limit for Paxley. Recently, the WWE NXT star has been aligning herself with the culling. The stable includes Nico Vance, Izzy Dame, and Shawn Spears. Zarya and Sol Ruca have tried to save Tatum from the cult-like group. Among everyone announced for the match, Tatum is considered one of the least likely to win by most fans. However, Paxley could surprise everyone and win the match. For example, she might land a dropkick on Nia Jax that shockingly sends the powerful woman directly to the floor, thus giving Tatum the victory. Nia Jax has been on a roll since returning to WWE a few years ago. Many fans were skeptical about her comeback, but Nia worked hard and eventually became Queen of the Ring and even held the world title. The dominant star was recently seen challenging for the WWE Women's Championship. On SmackDown in Saudi Arabia, Nia battled Tiffany Stratton in a last women's standing match. Jax ultimately fell short, however, and did not win the gold. At Evolution, Nia could go on a tier that had never been seen before. Not only might Nia win the Women's Battle Royal, but she could do the unthinkable. Jax could eliminate every single competitor in the bout. Nia could be directly responsible for the elimination of every other performer. This would be historic and shocking. Bianca Belair has been one of the faces of WWE for many years. She joined the main roster in 2020 and has since captured world titles on both Raw and SmackDown. She is also a multiple-time tag team champion. Unfortunately, the EST of WWE has rarely been seen since WrestleMania. Belair suffered a hand injury and has been absent for most of the past 3 months, apart from a brief appearance or two that didn't involve any action. Supposing Bianca is healthy enough to return, the EST could be a surprise entrant in the Women's Battle Royal. From there, she could eliminate Nia Jax, a longtime foe of hers, to win the bout and earn a title match at Clash in Paris. WWE Evolution 2025 is quickly approaching, and one of the most anticipated matches on the card is the high-stakes Women's Battle Royal. With tensions running high, rivalries intensifying, and surprise returns rumored, fans are speculating wildly about how this match could shake up the women's division. But among all the predictions and fantasy bookings, One name continues to rise above the noise: Bianca Belair. The EST of WWE hasn't been seen on television since her emotional departure after WrestleMania 41, and rumors have swirled for months about when and how she might make her comeback. Could Evolution be the moment Bianca Belair finally returns to WWE? And if she does, could we see her walk out of the Women's Battle Royal not just as the winner, but as a double champion ready to shock the entire WWE universe? WWE officials have remained tight-lipped, but subtle teases and cryptic clues in recent promos have left fans reading between the lines. A possible return at WWE Evolution would mark nearly half a year away from the reign for Belair, and given the prestige of the all-women's premium live event, her comeback at such a stage would be nothing short of poetic. However, the stakes are incredibly high. The winner of the Women's Battle Royal is set to earn a championship opportunity of their choosing, a guaranteed shot at reshaping the title landscape. With superstars like Bayley, Io Sky, Tiffany Stratton, and even Liv Morgan rumored to compete, the match is brimming with possibilities. Yet the inclusion of Belair could change everything. Over the last few months, the WWE Women's Division has undergone a dramatic transformation. Rhea Ripley's injury and subsequent absence left a void in the Raw brand, while Liv Morgan has continued her reign of terror with a new, cunning attitude. Io Sky's struggles following her title loss have left her desperate for redemption, and dark horses like Zoe Stark and Alba Fyre are hungry to break into the top tier. Amid this chaos, WWE Evolution could serve as a seismic turning point, and should Bianca Belair return, it could realign the entire narrative. Here are 4 possible finishes for the Women's Battle Royal that could not only make headlines but also set the stage for a shocking Bianca Belair return and potential double championship path. In one scenario, the Women's Battle Royal comes down to 3 competitors: Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, and a surprise late entrant. Just as the crowd expects a classic heel finish from Stratton and Morgan working together, the buzzer sounds again, and Bianca Belair makes her triumphant return. The reaction would be deafening. Belair rushes the ring with a ferocity fueled by months of absence and injustice. She immediately takes out Morgan, who's been dodging challengers since winning the Women's World Championship. Then she targets Stratton with a vicious spinebuster and a hair whip that echoes throughout the arena. In a breathtaking final moment, Belair hoists Stratton over her shoulder and dumps her out of the ring. With Evolution as the backdrop, Belair stands tall, pointing at both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, signaling her intent to become a double champion. It's a classic WWE shock moment, one fans would remember for years. Another possible finish sees the Battle Royal playing out with several strong competitors eliminated early due to outside interference. Damage CTRL gets involved, taking out favorites like Shotzi and Mission. Just when Bayley looks to capitalize, she's distracted by Dakota Kai yelling from ringside, allowing Jade Cargill to eliminate her. But then Jade herself is blindsided by Zoe Stark, who's been stealthily staying out of trouble. As the final 4 stand, Zoe Stark, Liv Morgan, Chelsea Green, and Kiana James. A familiar theme song hits, Bianca Belair's "Watch Me Shine." The crowd explodes. Belair slides into the ring just as Liv eliminates Chelsea, and the EST immediately targets Stark. The two brawl fiercely, but Belair's ring awareness prevails. She tosses Stark, then counters a Liv Morgan sneak attack by reversing the Oblivion into a KOD over the top rope. With that, Belair wins the Battle Royal and shocks the world. In a post-match interview, she declares she isn't picking one champion. She's coming for both. A third scenario involves Bianca Belair not entering the match until the very end, a la Edge in the 2010 Royal Rumble. Throughout the match, commentary hints at a mystery entrant, not yet revealed. The match proceeds with key eliminations. Asuka is dumped out by Bayley, who then gets eliminated by Jade Cargill. Tiffany Stratton gets a huge reaction by eliminating Zoe Stark, but she's caught by Naomi, who gets the revenge elimination. Liv Morgan appears poised to win, having thrown out Becky Lynch and standing alone in the ring. But then the countdown begins, and the arena goes silent. A massive pop erupts when Belair's music hits. She walks down the ramp, soaking in the moment. Liv looks stunned but ready. The two clash in a high-energy flurry. Belair survives the oblivion, counters with a spinebuster, and then hoists Liv up with pure strength before tossing her over the ropes. The return, the emotion, and the statement all set up the next phase of Belair's WWE journey. After the match, Nick Aldis appears and announces that Belair now has the right to challenge both champions at SummerSlam in a double title triple threat. Belair versus Liv versus Cargill. Lastly, the most shocking finish involves Belair's return being cloaked in complete secrecy, with no music or warning. In the final stretch of the Battle Royal, a chaotic series of eliminations leaves the ring empty, until one competitor, Chelsea Green, believes she's won. She celebrates like it's 1999, climbing the turnbuckle, waving at fans, and demanding her title shot. But just as her celebration hits full swing, a hooded figure appears from under the ring. The camera zooms in, Bianca Belair. The arena erupts as Belair removes the hood and rolls into the ring. Chelsea turns around, screaming in disbelief, but it's too late. Belair hits her with a spear, then effortlessly tosses her over the top. It's official. Belair is the rightful winner. Her return is unannounced, untelegraphed, and devastatingly effective. After the match, Triple A steps out and congratulates her, saying she now has the opportunity to become the first woman since Becky Lynch to hold two singles titles simultaneously. Belair doesn't say a word. She simply holds up two fingers, signaling her double champion destiny. The buzz surrounding Bianca Belair's potential return at WWE Evolution is more than just wishful thinking. WWE has a history of using its biggest events to stage massive surprises, and Evolution is the perfect platform. A women's battle royal has historically delivered major moments, from Naomi's Royal Rumble return to Rhea Ripley's dominant showings. Adding Belair into the mix, especially after such a prolonged absence, would inject a level of excitement that the WWE Women's Division sorely needs. Belair has always been a game-changer. Whether it was winning the Royal Rumble, defeating Sasha Banks in a WrestleMania main event, or conquering Bayley in brutal stipulation matches, she's proven time and time again that she thrives under pressure. A return at Evolution would not just remind fans of who she is, it would send a clear message to the entire division that the EST is back and more determined than ever. What makes the idea of Belair becoming a double champion so compelling is her credibility. Few superstars can claim the accolades and consistency she has achieved over the past few years. She's been SmackDown Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion, and Tag Team Champion. She's main-evented premium live events and never stopped evolving in the ring. A new chase for dual gold would feel organic, earned, and thrilling. Pairing her with other top-tier women like Liv Morgan and Jade Cargill in potential title feuds would not only elevate those programs, but make every segment featuring Belair must-watch. And WWE knows this. The company is at a crossroads with its women's division. With Rhea Ripley on the shelf and Becky Lynch currently away from the spotlight, there's a void in the main event scene. Bianca Belair stepping back in now could be the lightning bolt WWE needs. Whether she's feuding with Jade Cargill for the SmackDown Women's title or taking on Liv Morgan in a personal Raw rivalry, Belair offers depth, star power, and relatability. Her comeback would be a huge moment, but if she walks out of Evolution as a Battle Royal winner with a shot at both titles, it could be the kind of storyline that defines WWE's women's division for the remainder of 2025. Of course, none of this is confirmed. WWE may still be keeping Belair's status under wraps to maintain the element of surprise. But one thing is clear. Fans are ready. The excitement online, the crowd chants during live shows, and the subtle hints on commentary all point to something big. Whether it happens at WWE Evolution or shortly after, Bianca Belair's return is inevitable. And if WWE chooses to make it happen on the grand stage of Evolution, backed by a victory in the Women's Battle Royal, they won't just get a memorable moment, they'll reset the playing field entirely. Bianca Belair may have been away, but the WWE Universe hasn't forgotten her. The EST's legacy is far from finished, and her next chapter could begin with a thunderous ovation, a dominating performance, and a path toward becoming a history-making double champion. WWE Evolution could mark not only her return, but also the dawning of a new era. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.